Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We are here in Shapes 2, and we're going through the basics. Last episode, we had our first episode with trains. Yay, trains. So, at the end of that, I went ahead and I did a couple of tasks just to earn us up some research points. And I also moved our operator shape 1, this guy, off to a train setup down here. So yeah, you can see that's running down here. It's not going crazy, but I bet if we increased, no, you know what? It's fine. It is fine. I think we still have a problem in that our painter is not up to speed with the with everything else, but that's all good. So we got that milestone completed. Also, we have some operator turn-ins to do. Let's see what we've got. Starting on level 7, 8, 9. This one's starting on level 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yay. So still each of these is getting us 4 research points and 50 platform limits for each of those turn-ins. Eventually that'll be 108. But of course it gets to a point where you don't really need research points, and it really gets to a point where you don't need platform limit anymore. And we're pretty close to that point now. We've got platform limit of 2,000. Remember when it was like 150 or something? And let's look at this milestone. Our next one's the pin pusher. Right, so the pin pusher just creates a support pin underneath a shape. And wherever there is a shape, like whichever quadrant is full, we'll get a pin underneath it. So you can see here, this guy's coming through and it's a little Pac-Man shape. It doesn't get a pin in the empty space, just gets a pin in the other 3 quadrants. We also got another 500 platform limit and a couple new tasks, no new upgrades available. But that's okay. So let's see what our next bit of tasks are. So typically these tasks will involve our new acquired technology. So yes, you can see we've got a blue square, but then it's up on pins. That's very easy. Here we've got a blue square that is on pins, but just half a square on top of the spiky spikes. And that is going to go into there. Over here, we've got a half circle on pins, a half circle on double pins, which is very easy. And then that comes into here. So we just end up combining this shape and we get this shape. Very easy to do. Let's hit it. We do have these 73 points. Oh, did we get another? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's right. So we were earning this one as it was coming in. So start off. All right. We didn't earn a ton. I just cleared that off before I started recording. So that's why we don't have a big backlog of those. Let's look at our upgrades. So obviously we've got all these guys. We might do our painting speed. These ones I'm not super worried about. Different size foundations are great to have. Train speed, always a good one, only 8 points. Primary colors is also great. We've got our wire basics. I think though we're gonna do some vortex inputs. Let's double our vortex inputs. So that is right here. Okay, so on each side is what that number is relating to. So we've got 4 right now, and each side has 4, so it's a total of 4 times 4 at 16. Okay. If we upgrade it to 6 on each side, we've actually multiplied it by 50. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so to double it, we're gonna hit one more upgrade. Now we have doubled it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we've doubled our input capability, which is good. That means we could do an input maybe here, and then another input here, just to get more stuff coming into the void. Now, eventually, we have a milestone down here. Beep, beep, beep. Down here, milestone number 10 is train delivery, and that's where trains just leap right on into the vortex. Nice thing about that is we don't have to worry about the train then making the whole run all the way back up the track, to come back here. It literally cuts the train travel time for those delivery trains in half. You see this guy's making his way back. So it's just boom, in, and then once it jumps in here, it respawns here and creates another one that gets all full of shapes. Hey, if you're enjoying these videos, if they're helping you out or making anything easier for you, like and a subscribe is always welcome and very appreciated. I'm trying to hit 500. That's my next big milestone, is hitting 500 subscribers. That would be a fun thing to do. So we have now 1, 2, 3. These are all, different operator shapes coming in. And I'm just going to leave those as is. This space here has nothing coming into it. Okay? So don't have to worry about that. Oh, but look at this. We just got another one. Yay. I love it. Love it. All right. So what I need is a square and a circle. I need blue and green. Remember, the square can be any color, as long as it's a full square. So let's use our shape filter and do rectangle, 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 rectangle. All right, so hopefully we would find one of these somewhere near blue. Got a little bit of blue there. Oh, we've got all this going on. This one looks beautiful. So let's set this up. Oh, look at that. What do we have going on here? We've got some stuff. I'm just gonna delete that. Got some leftover squares. All right, and you know what? Let's do this. Here's the big upgrade I want to do. Let's come up to trains. Let's do fluid wagons. That's the big one. And the reason for that is now we can bring fluid in. We don't have to do our little painting thing right here. We can do our painting. Let's do it right here. So I'm going to go into the archive and into depots and do a painter single. I'm going to flip around this way. And that's it. Okay, now again, all of these blueprints are things that I've created in other builds, in other series. Once 1.0 releases, I'm going to do all new blueprints for everything. A lot of them, will probably look the same, but these are all built from, years of making everything work. I also see that we've got 46 research points left. Let's do one more upgrade. Let's get our painting speed. All right, our painting speed is maxed out. We don't have to worry. If painting speed is faster than delivery speed, I'm fine with that. I just don't want it to be slower. So the way this works is we've got 2 layers. We've got a double stacker here. Fluid comes into this one at the bottom, and the shape comes into the top one. And then the painted shape is left right here. And actually, you know what? Let's take this and flip it like so. Because we've got both of our shape and our color coming from down below. And you know what? Let's take it and move it just a little bit to the side, to the left side of our patch of blue fluid here. All right, so coming in here, again, I'm going to do a minor of shape. and a minor fluid. And get these going. Alright, so we'll do this. We'll do the shape first. That's the one that we know. Again, coming down to train. Shape loading is there. And that. Get that train. And there. Quick and easy. So we're going to come up here and bring it on in. So that gets our shapes going. So same thing, but we're going to do fluid loading. This is a fluid loader. And you'll see it looks almost identical. Here is that. Oops. The difference too is wagons, we're going to use a fluid wagon. And bring that right on up. Maybe we'll go out a little bit here. And then we're going to drop down and go in. That's it. That makes our shape. Now, what I'm going to do too is I'm going to take this guy, cut him, and give him an extra little bit of space right here. Because what we're going to do is a pin pusher module. I already have this saved, but let's go ahead and make a new one. This one's so easy. It's 3 across. So that means we do that. Boom. Boom. Watch, I'm just going to get rid of that. Take this, flip it, rotate. There we go. Now take that and up 1, up 2. There we go. So you can see what happens when these shapes come in. Boink. You see it shrinks a little bit. Let's get rid of the top ones here. So it's hard to see, but it's adding pins underneath, and that's what we're getting. Okay. Beautiful. That is a shape train. I'm just going to take this guy, plug it in there. Nope. Plug it in there. And where are we headed? Up here. Alright. What do we have? 3 spaces. One, 2, 3. Boom, done. Alright, that is coming in. I'm going to get rid of this because I'm not using that anymore. That was a thing I built just for a couple tasks that were coming in a couple of things ago, a couple of attempts ago. I think I want to do, though, start using these extra space that we've got. So I'm going to get rid of that. Do this. Oh. Alright, you can come on back. Deleting the track is going to send the train back up this way, and it's going to unload to there. Alright, I'm going to get rid of this. That, I'm just going to double up. There we go. Alright, so this, I'm just going to do... actually not that. I'm going to come here and do this. That's because if this works out, then we can copy it and use it up here. If I go all the way across, then it's going to conflict with these guys. Now, of course, once we unlock all of these, then we would use the middle one too. And we wouldn't be able to do that with this. We'd have to, take all this and, move it up to there. That's okay. We don't need to worry about that right now. So I can do, of course, is take this, flip it, spin it, boom. All right. Then we can have that coming in there for another track. Okay, and that's what we're going to do with this guy. So let's head back down here. All right, so I made this. Let's change it. I'm going to make a new one. Let's just delete that one. I'm going to make one right here so we can see how these work. Wait, did I? No, it's our operator shape. Here it is. Okay, this is where our blue circles are being made. So, cut blue circle. And this is going to be CB. So these codes are something I haven't really talked about. And the codes are how we do this. So you can see over here, the way the codes work is it starts off with a shape, okay? And you've seen the shape is C for circle, R for rectangle, S for spike, W for windmill. Then the colors are going to be R for red, B for blue, C for cyan, M for magenta, Y for yellow, G for green, W for white. And the color is in lowercase, the shape is in uppercase. If you have a pin in there, then I think that's a P? P? Dash? Oh, dash, dash? Ah. PP? There it is. Capital P, capital P. I think. Yeah, capital PP. So you can see there's a pin up here. But we want CB. So that does that. So this way, I've got that saved. So now I can be off here and say, hey, where are our circles? Right there. Yay. Okay. Very cool. So now that we're here, I do see too that we've got spikies here. That's going to be perfect for what we eventually need. But let's change the R to a C for circle. And let's find just a full circle. And honestly, we don't need a full circle. We can do a half circle. So let's say any shape. Any shape. Yeah. That works just fine. Because it's nice to keep it all together. So it needs to be green. So same right here. Boom, half circle, green. And then we're going to use this exact same dealy bop. In fact, we can leave it right there. And have it more or less lined up. So I'm going to take a shape. Shape minor. That said, I do now... Yeah, now I want to start doing this the correct way as far as having things lined up. So you see how this is half circle on the bottom half? This is a half circle on the left half. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this whole thing to right here. Then I'm going to take this and do that. Okay. And again, I'm going to put in a platform. This is another very simple module to build. And all I want to do is give it, what? A counterclockwise rotate. So, boom, boom, counterclockwise. These are 2 per. So I'm just going to do that. Right? And you can see there, that's exactly what we want. Now, the other thing is we could do our pin pusher right here. But, you know, I'm just going to copy that from the other one, since I'm super not worried about platform points anymore. All right, there we go. So this is our shape. And it is coming in here. Perfect. And we've got the pin pusher right here. All right, and then we just need the same for green. There we go. Done. And this one is right there. Okay, you know what I want to do? Is I want to have this track go up just one more this way. All right. And then as soon as this guy gets past here, oh, you can see it's already redirected it to go that way. So perfect. So it's going to use this track. Now all we need to do is come down to the bottom here and I'm just going to disconnect it here. And here we got this guy. It's going to jump here and connect in there, and we'll get rid of that. Excellent. Done. So that's done. That is going to create this guy now. Let's see what operator shape. Oh, that guy. Oh, look at that. 2 of those. Yeah. You can start to see now. You hit a you hit sort of a velocity of, oh yeah, we're just gonna get all the research points we need. Because like right now, there's nothing we desperately need upgrade wise. The nice thing, I mean, obviously speed, right? Having different colors is nice, because what you can do is with different colors, if you're not sending a ton of product into the vortex, if we had a red train and a blue train, they could share this one track, and we would have a red track and a blue track coming in separately. We can't do that with this, because if I connect this and got rid of this, right, so both trains are coming up here, there's no telling which one the train is gonna return to. All right, so that's what we don't want. So yeah, this is all cruising along. Let's look at our next stop. So next thing we want to do is we need a half. We need horns. So we're going to go boop, back down here. And what we're also going to do is we want to cut this guy in half. And then we're going to rotate it, right? Yeah, we're going to cut it in half and then rotate so it's top and bottom. And then stack it. So let's get this rocking. So right here, boom. But again, I'm gonna cut that, do that, and let's just use a pre-created module, the half destroyer. Although we do want to rotate it as well. So we're gonna do a half destroy and rotate. But boom, again, counterclockwise. I'm gonna get rid of that and that. Oop, there we go. We're already done. With the square. Alright, this is good. Copy, copy. Alright, perfect. So I can cut this off. Because we don't really want these anymore. In fact, what we want to do is we're going to cut this and this. Alright, because I'm going to do all this on one platform. So we're going to give it the pin push. Then we're going to do a half destroyer. Which we can actually just do right there. Because it's the same, it's three, it's a building for full belt, you need 3 of them. So we can just do 1, 1, 1 because each of these is a third of a belt. Then we want to give it a, there we go, that little rotate. We'll do it right there. Hello, come on. So those and these. This is 3 to 2. And then that is it. Then we can send those out. Let's, before we do that, let's clear that. Yeah. Clear. Alright. There we go. Boom, boom. Done. Alright. Then all of that, we're going to copy it up. Okay, so that makes that. Now, we just want to stack these together. This is on the bottom. This is on the top. So let's get to one of our little stacker depots that we've got right here. Oh, we need to copy the whole thing. Yeah, just do that. So again, the top comes in on the top. There we go. So we can line this up with that. Actually, let's take this out here a little bit. All right. Yeah, there's the top. Here we go. Okay. Then this runs in. So we're just going to go ahead and connect it. Alright, so that's creating that shape. Now our next thing is going to be this guy into this guy. What's the difference? They look pretty similar. Well, if you look closely, you can see this one's a little bit smaller. Every time you use a pin pusher, the shape kind of shrinks a little bit. So yeah, we've got double pins. So let's go over there. Boom. And let me go ahead and make a half circle. So this and dash dash. Actually, we'll do that. Whoa. That is crazy. I've never seen it do that before. That was weird. Normally wouldn't show a shape if you're drawing something that wasn't doable. That is interesting. Okay. Wow. Sorry. Didn't even put in the color. We can put in color here. There we go. That was nuts. All right. So yes, all we're gonna do is once this is done, then we're just gonna add another. We're gonna just double up these pin pushers. So here's a thing I wanted to mention too. So if you click on this, you can see here a package has 180 shapes. So that's this package right here. That's 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180. Each of these is 180. So what you can do is you can calculate how many does our train carry. I've got a calculator cracked open here. So 180. So we know it carries 3 of them because there's 3 layers, right? So that's 540. We know that currently our capacity is 2. So we'll take that number and multiply it by 2. So that's 1080 is what is just left the station. Now if we did another upgrade, we would be at 1620. And you can see that 1620 over here, that would be, definitely would be up to the full amount. So since we have done our upgrade, our main upgrades that we wanted to do, let's take a look back at train to capacity. Yeah, just another 12 points is going to give us this. I mean, that's huge. Or we could just do 8 points for speed. You know what? Let's do that one. We're just going to do 8 points for speed. All right. Sometimes, all you need is a little boost in speed. That said, yeah. Now, there's no way of knowing how many packages are in here. And this is unloading one package. So if there's another package already queued up in here, like that, there is. Okay. So I think we're probably good. Yeah, we're definitely good. So let's go back over here. And I'm just going to copy this. All right, there you go. I'm going to clear it out. Selecting it and hitting I will clear it out. And then I'm going to take all these and just double them up. So we get 1, 2 pins. And now you can see the pin because it's at an angle, right? So there we go. Okey-doke. Why is this guy not doing anything? What is happening here? We've got something broke. Oh, no. Wait, what? That's a stacker. Okay. What's this? All right. Oh. I think we've got a lost train, maybe. Let me hit a respawn. Yeah, I think that's what was happening. So what happened there was a train that, was delivering that shape originally along here, and then I cut it off, but the train was over here, so it got stuck over here, and it was just back and forth delivering on nothing. Oops. That is okay. All right, so now I think we're good. This is what we've got. Yeah. So now let's just check in here. Yeah, that's the shape that we want. Okay, and it'll get up to speed, and yeah, there we are. Now it's delivering all 3. Okay, and I'm going to edit this. Now you can do different layers here too. So if we did a red rectangle, see, that would be on top. Okay, so what we really though have is oh no, it's the other way. Boom, boom. So we've got that, right? And so we've got that. That is super weird. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. I wonder if that's something that's coming in time for 1.0, because that is just blowing my mind. Spike uncolored. U is what we want. And spike U. There we go. And we're going to move it. There we are. That should be there. Yes. All right. Excellent. All right. We are good. We are creating these guys. Do we have any of them fit in yet? Nope. No. Yeah, so I'm just going to respawn that train. I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm not deleting the train. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. All right, it's going now. Now, if I wanted to, I could speed up that delivery a little bit by doubling it. And that'll work at least to get one more train's worth. Hey, we've got another operator shape. Oh, we've got a couple of operator shapes. Yeah, see, look at that. We're already back up to 24 research points, which I think our next upgrades are probably going to be the colors here, or we could do both train capacity and train speed again. So, yeah, filler wagons are, I'm not super worried about. Wait stops, I'm just not really, I just don't really care about them. Same with another one that I don't care about is fluid tank. I feel like fluid tanks were very popular in Shapes 1.0, but in 2.0 they're just not super needed. That I've found. Overflow splitter, I haven't found a great, if you're building everything up to ratio, you don't really need the there should not be any overflow. Now maybe there's a way to make a belt balancer system using the overflow splitter, but I mean I don't know that that's needed. 60 points to do our next speed upgrade with the belts, because again we'll do all three of these together. So that is where we're at with that. Let's fast forward and get to the end of this. But you know what? Actually, before we do that, I'm just going to go ahead and build it out, right? Because we're just going to need another, just another stacker depot. This one is not going to care if it's upper or lower. Because the shape plus this shape doesn't care. So, yeah, let's do it. And we'll take this guy, which is the bottom half. So I'm just going to run it in on the bottom. And then this one will run up. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, I'm just going to take this. I'm going to... Oh. Alright, I'm going to take this. And I'm going to move it out. Here. Yep. And the reason is because I want to give that a little bit of room. So here's where we'll come in from. And this will be the top. Oh, except we're on the bottom layer. So we'll go up here. And yeah, it's just going to be from right there. And that's just going to go in the top. And that will be our final shape of this milestone. And at that point too, we're not going to need both of these. I'll just run into this bottom one here, or this first one here. And we will ship it. Okay. So whichever one of these goes first, I think this guy. Then it's gonna be this one. At that point, we will pop it up that way. How are we doing? Yeah, we've got a lot of these, so we can double it up and get more going. There's also a sweet spot between too many trains based on your upgrades, like how fast they're moving, how many packages they're taking per layer, all that. So we know, again, each of those trains that just left had 1,600. So that's 3,000, right? So 3,000 going in, plus we're already at 5,000. So there. All right. And what we can do is do this. So those two trains are going to go up and deliver, and then they're going to return. Because they'll still come along this path, even though there's no red, marker in there. They'll still come back on this path. Then they're going to come in here, and they'll loop around. They'll pick up, and then they're going to go whoop, and they're going to follow the red path when they leave this station. All right, so here comes one. You can see, and the other one is coming right down here. So that one's coming in. Right? And it's upside down. It's on the other side of the track. It's going to take its load. And then, look at that. So we can delete that, because the other train's in here now too. So this is done. And this one down here, there goes one load. Yeah, that's going to be the same. So I'm going to send this one there. And there. So again, that one that just left right as we were coming down here, it's going to come in here and pick it up and deliver it up this way. So we are set. We are on our way. We don't need this jump anymore. Although jumps are great. And we can connect that. And delete that. Yep. See? There we go. And here it comes back. That one that just delivered this, and we're about to get another beep beep. Oh, we also got an operator. There we go. So this is going to come in here. You can see it there. Boink. All done. Don't desperately need to delete these, but you know, I like to clean things up a bit. I'm gonna leave it sticking out a bit though, just so I can see it, because it's the underground one. Excellent. And what I could do too, eventually, if I wanted to, is redirect. Look at that, we've got 3 of those coming in at once. I could redirect this to use that. So that frees up the whole bottom. You can see here, yeah, see that one left the station and it didn't do its delivery. That's because there was no room. So a wait station, if I had this as a wait station, it would sit here and wait until it could deliver all of its payload. That seems like a good idea, but it's just sometimes it just is not. Seems like it, but it's not. Let's do this redirect right now. So I want it to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? No. 5. One, 2, 3, 4. In between. From here. Alright, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're good. Yep, see now we have this. The reason I draw it a little bit and then let go is because if I let go when there's a train like right there, like right here where I'm starting, then it will delete all the contents of that train. Now one thing I could do is I could just disconnect the track, and then it's just gonna send it back, right? Then I just have to come down here and make sure when I draw this that there's not a train right there. Alright, so see now that's coming in this way. And this one will do the same. Alright, there's no more trains on this track. Excellent. Good, good, good. So, this gives me a chance. Once this one clears out up at the vortex, sorry. Alright, once this clears out the vortex, then I can take the this whole thing here, this double thing, and I can copy paste it. Oh, oh no. I did not mean to do that. My finger slipped. So I can do it now. Yeah. Alright. Oh well. That's a good thing about games where there's no actual, like, resource cost. Alright, so, that was dumb. I'm gonna take this, spin it, and plunk it down. Wait, did I not? Yeah, I didn't get the whole thing. Alright, there. Okay. And then I can do this. There we are. We've got 2 more inputs all set. So all I need to do that for these 2 is I would just cut these off like that so the trains aren't delivering into it. And then let these clear out without accidentally right-clicking them. And just do the same thing, copy paste. Okay. Let's come down here. And yeah, do we have our final? Yeah, we do. This is our final shape. So it's already delivering. Excellent. And you see with only 1 train, because this is a shorter trip, with 1 train, that seems to be enough right now to keep up with it. So if I came down here and there were a bunch of these backed up, then I might add some more trains. Yeah, see there goes an empty train. But no, I think we're good to go. And what we can do too is we can click on this and we can copy the shape code. Alright, so that copies the whole thing. And this is going to be operator 1, 2, 3. This is operator 4. That's how I normally name these. So I'd call operator 4. Paste. Save. There. And these two, at this point, I don't need them anymore. I'm going to delete. Okay. So that's the way we do it. This one is... Oh, no. This one is not completed. Oof. Alright, I'm going to do this. We need to send one more train worth into the vortex. So... Alright, so we've got 2 trains coming up here. When the first one passes, I'm going to cut it off. That's going to send the second one, well, back. There it goes, that way. Ugh. That was brutal. Now the problem is we've got this train on this track, and it's not going to return to the correct spot. So I'm going to let it do its delivery. And again, that is more than enough. Now here's the train. And I'm going to delete it. There we go. So that just deleted it. And that should have regenerated it down here. It did. All right. That was a oops moment brought to you by Gramps. But now this last, whatever it is, 440 are going to roll in and complete this. There we go. For more oops moments, again, subscribe and like. We will be back next episode, and we'll take a look at, let's see what our next milestone is. Our next milestone is color mixing. So color mixing is fun. That's where we get into some color theory. You've heard me talk about cyan and yellow and magenta and white. We're about to experience all of them. And these are some different shapes than I've seen. So that's some cool stuff. Then we've got the third platform floor. That's always fun too. All right, my friends, thank you so much. This is Gramps, signing off.